इन्हें चाहिए ड्रामा, ये ना कोई मूवी स्क्रिप्ट। मिकी माउस रैपर्स लगे रैट, लगे तू स्नेच। लेट इट फ्लिप, डोनाल्ड डक कर ये उसी क्लिप। किया तूने डिज्नी, यू कैन मिस मी विद दैट गुफी शिट। टोल पे तो उठाना लेकर, मैं गुड़गावे वाला छोरा, कभी आना इधर। बनते ये गैंगस्टर, दबाना ट्रिगर। मेरे ऑप सारे सॉफ्ट, ना है ज्यादा फिकर। इन्हें चाहिए ड्रामा, ये ना कोई मूवी स्क्रिप्ट। मिकी माउस रैपर्स लगे रैट, लगे तू स्नेच। लेट इट फ्लिप, डोनाल्ड डक कर ये उसी क्लिप। किया तूने डिज्नी, यू कैन मिस मी विद दैट गुफी शिट। टोल पे तो उठाना लेकर, मैं गुड़गावे वाला छोरा, कभी आना इधर। बनते ये गैंगस्टर, दबाना ट्रिगर। मेरे ऑप सारे सॉफ्ट, ना है ज्यादा फिकर।
Okay, so this is the project which we had made in the last video, link for that in the description. So now what we need to do is just save everything. And one more thing, so you don't need to do this, I was just testing things out. So just save all and get to the content folder. So now we need to add the vehicles. So we will click on add import, add feature, and then the vehicle, this one. Okay, nice, we have the vehicle now. Just let's drop it here. Great. Yeah. So now what we need to do is open this sedan vehicle, and now we need to check whether which seats are empty, and there would be 4 seats. Let me get back to here. So there will be 4 seats. One player can sit here, second would be here, third would be here, fourth would be here. And the vehicle can only be controlled by the seat number 1 occupied player, that is the person who would be occupying the seat number 1. So we need to check that too. So get back to sedan and create 4 functions, or maybe just one. Firstly, get seat status. This will return us which seats are available and which are used, and make a return node. And because there would be 4 seats, so 4 outputs. Seat 1, oh sorry, seat 1, 4. Great, and make this a pure function. Now right click this, promote to a variable, right this, promote to a variable, right click this, promote to a variable, and right click this, promote to a variable. So now we have 4 seats, and we can now know which seat is used and which is currently empty. Now we need 4 player references for seat 1, seat 2, seat 3, seat 4. So just make seat 1 owner, or maybe player. This will be of type UE4ASP character, or any character type which you are currently using. Make this 2, seat 2 player, seat 3 player, seat 4 player. Yeah, now we have this. So now what we do is go back to UE ASP character and create a new logic which will be a line trace. We will check if when we press F, if we hit the vehicle, we will get into it, and if we don't, then we won't, right? So just create a new custom event and make it interact with car. So now we need to get a reference of the thing which we hit. So for that we will use line trace, right? So just create a F key node called rotation. Oh, sorry, get world location, which will directly go here, and then get world rotation. Get the forward vector from here multiply it with the distance you want this to go. I will make it, like, for me 600 is good, and add it to the base location. Then make this persistent, save. Let's check if it works. If I press F, it does work. You can check it's hitting the vehicle. So nice. Now if I hit something, get the result of it, break it result, branch. Oh, sorry. Let's first check if we hit the car. Now we are hitting the floor. Now we are hitting the sedan. Yeah, we are hitting it. So just remove this. And if we hit something, make a branch for this. And then break the result. If it is this sedan. Now if it is sedan, then this would be the parent class, right? So just hit actor would be cast to sedan. So if it hits this sedan, that means this node is valid. So we don't need to check if it is valid or not. If it will not be valid, then we will get cast failed. So yeah, it will be valid, of course. Now we need to call this interact with car function. So we will just call, just a second, create a new input, name it vehicle reference, and this would be of type sedan, this way. Now just call vehicle interact with car. Great. So this function will get called when we hit the sedan, and now we will check which seat is available, and if it is available, then we will get into the car. So now what you need to do is create a new variable. Now just let me check if it is already there. Yeah, this variable will check if the player is alive or not. This should be a replicator and default value should be true. Now if the player is alive, we will work on this alive later, and if you just following this project with your another project, like you are following this vehicle tutorial series with any other project, then you don't need to check this. You can directly check whether the health is below 100 or not, or something like that, whatever you want to check if for the person to be alive. Now get this seat status, get seat status. So this will get us whether any seat is empty or not. So branch, get this, or so if any one of them is false, not node here, not boolean, this way. And just directly plug it. So let me explain. For instance, seat number 1, 2 and 3 are used and 4 is left. So this would be true, 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 and this will be false. So this not will turn them into false, false, false and true. And because we have 3 false and only 1 true, that means we have a seat left. You get the point, right? So now as we know we have the seat left, we will just check one more thing, which seat number is left. So let's create a enum for that. Right click here, create enum, and blueprints enum seat number. Save all, go to sedan, create a new variable, seat number, get this to seat number, create a new function, get empty seat. This will help us get the empty seat, whichever seat is empty, so we know which seat will be empty. So just create a branch, check if seat 1 is empty, or yeah, and seat 1 should be a replicated variable. Same with other variables. Seat 2 should also be a replicated variable. Seat 3 should also be a replicated variable. Yeah, this way. Now if seat 1 is true, then that means it is occupied, and if it is false, that means we need to return and seat number, make this variable seat number enum type. Yeah, okay, so open the seat number, create 4 slots, 1 2 3 4. This way you can add more slots if you have a bigger vehicle, but for us we have only 4 seats. So yeah, we will select recompile and select 1. But if seat 1 is already used, we will create another variable and check if seat 2 is empty. If seat 2 is empty, then we will return seat number 2. Then we will again check, oh sorry, for seat number 3, and if seat number 3 is empty, then we will return seat number 3 में घुस जाओ. And yeah, I spoke a few words of Hindi, but anyways, yeah, get seat number 4, and if it is empty, then return seat number 4. This will work. So here's what we are doing. We will check seat number 1, return 1, seat number 2, if it is empty, return seat 2. So this way we will get any seat is empty or not. And create a new enum here, create a new entity display name here, name this none. This will be returned when we have no seat empty. So just return none. So this should be a public function, and get the seat number from the get empty seat. So from vehicle reference, get empty seat. So this will return the seat number. Let's check if this works for now. This should work, I believe. If I go here and press F, yeah, it's printing 1. That means seat number 1 is empty, so the slot is returning 1, which means it is working properly, man. Now just make a switch on seat 1. So if the seat 1 is the selected option, then we need to make this get into seat 1. But the thing is, now if you notice, we are doing this on the client, but we need everything to happen on the server. So make this run on server, and it should be reliable. One more thing which we need to do is we need to create a new variable is in vehicle. This should be a replicated vehicle because we need to know whether this player is in vehicle or not. And if we get the seat number, that means we are entering the vehicle, so set this to true. Now when we enter the vehicle, we need to possess the vehicle, right? So what we will do is firstly disable the collision and disable the collision. So just get here, make a new node, enable disable collision, create an input, name it enable. If this is enabled, then create a branch for this. If this is true, we need to first to leave work on false, because if it is false, then we need to disable the collision. Set collision enabled to query only. And one more thing which we need to do is disable the player movement. Disable movement. This will work. Get back to replicate control. Oh, sorry, event graph, and now call enable disable collision. We need to disable it, so we will leave it unchecked, and let's check if it works for now. If I press F, it hits and I can't move, and the collision is enabled. Oh, I mean disabled. So one more thing which we need to do is now is possess the vehicle and set the socket location to the seats location. So great. Now possess this. Okay, get player controller. Possess in pawn should be this vehicle reference, and after it is saving. Yeah, I can possess it. Great. Something was wrong. Okay, so yeah, this is wrong. So we will check, create a new node here, replicate control movement, and check is in vehicle. If it is false, then only replicate the movement. Oh, control rotation. And get back to your event graph. Now, when we have possessed, we need to tell that the C1 is now used, right? We need to tell the player. So, double click on this node, and now set seat 1, set seat 1 player to self. And one more thing which we need to do is set seat 1 to true. That means we now use the seat 1. This works. Okay, one more thing, make the seat 1 player to be replicated. Yeah, this works. Now we have F1, then we will disable collision, possess it, set seat 1. This should work. Let's check. We haven't done anything great till now, but great, it works. No errors. One more thing which we can do is attach the player to the character, attach the character to the vehicle in this video. We need to make 4 sockets. Seat 1, copy this, just a second. Seat 2, seat 3, seat 4. Now we have 4 seats and we have them with the player. Let's attach a character to it. Oh no, it won't be any useful. Get it up. It's a bit boring work, I know, but you need to do this in order to get the player to the correct position. Yeah, we get the player 1 here. Where's the seat 2? Yeah, it is here. Get it up, then make it here. Save. Rest work we will do in the next video. For now, just let's work on the seat 1. Now after this seat 1 is used, get attach actor to actor. Great, we will be back in a second. So now we need to attach the player to this. So just create a new event, attach actor to actor multicast. So just call this attach actor to actor transformation. The target should be a target reference, parent actor reference, and the socket name. Location rule should be snap to target, and this should be run multicast. Get back here, attach actor to actor multicast event. Target is self and parent actor is the vehicle. So get the vehicle here, and the socket name should be seat 1 which we just made. Compile and save. I hope this works. Nice, we have a good gaming spirit going on. I don't know what the hell happened to the character. Okay, I got it. What you need to do is get back to your anime starter pack and get this anime blueprint. Get to event graph, vehicle variable setup, and get is in vehicle. If it is, promote it to a variable. Compile and save. Then get back to anime graph. Create a blend process by bool. Now if it is false, then take the player, do whatever you were doing before, and if it is true, then play uh, mm, let me see which character it is. Whatever position it looks good to be. Mm, Crouch would be better. Get crouch. Idle rifle hip. Let's check. This is a little bit buggy. I will get back in a second. Okay, so I got the problem. What the problem is, we need to disable collision on the multicast and on the local client also. So just make two events. First is disable collision on multicast, and make it a multicast event, reliable, and call enable disable collision, make this a variable, and call it here disable collision or multicast. Now we also need it to disable on the local player. So for that we can directly call it from here, which we have. No. Just create a new event. Custom disable collision on client. Copy this, make a function like this, and now make it run on owning client. Call it here too. Disable collision on client. So we have disabled the collision from everywhere. Now what we need to do is get the animations for the character. Okay, so in the description I have provided you in our car animation. Just open it and just import it and select the skeleton of this anime starter pack. Now after you import it, what you need to do is go to this hero TPP animation, remove this crouch and bring that car animation true. Now let's just hope this works. I will get it here. Press F. I get it into the vehicle. I can move properly. Nothing is creating problem here. And if I try with the second person to get into the vehicle, it won't. Yeah, I can't get in because we don't have we don't have personally the access to the seat 2. So what we will do now is just close this, get back here. We have made a bit of hodgepodge. Just bring this here. Now just making a bit look a bit better. I know it won't, but still. Now if one is already used, we will use, and if two is available, then use two. Enable disable collision, same like that. We don't need to possess this, we don't want to possess the animation, right? We don't need to possess the actor. Get this self, and we now need to make seat 2 used because we have to use seat 2 for the vehicle. So we will get seat 2 from this. Yeah, here. Get seat 2, set seat 2 to used, and then get okay, now get set seat, just a second. Yeah, set seat to player to self, and then attach the player. Seat to player target reference is this, parent is this, seat number is 2. This should work properly. Press F, this gets in. Now here he goes in. Press F, this works. And now they both are good friends. They can drive the vehicle properly. Okay, so everything works. For the rotation, we will do it in the next video. This video is getting a bit longer than I thought. So because this is a three-part series, in the second part we will finish the other two seeds, and the seed switching logic will be done in the second video. And in the last video we will do a bit of things like making it better, making it a nice replicated vehicle. We will get multiple vehicles, and we will check if everything is optimized for a game or not. So thanks for watching. Meet you in the next video. Go.
इन्हें चाहिए ड्रामा, ये ना कोई मूवी स्क्रिप्ट। मिकी माउस रैपर्स लगे रैट, लगे तू स्निच। लेट इट फ्लिप, डोनाल्ड डक कर ये उसी क्लिप। किया तूने डिज्नी, यू कैन मिस मी विद दैट गूफी शिट। टोल ट्रैप पे तो उठाना लेकर, मैं गुड़गावे वाला छोरा, कभी आना इधर। बनते ये गैंगस्टर, दबाना ट्रिगर। मेरे ऑप सारे सॉफ्ट, ना है ज्यादा फिकर।